Today's news.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. President Biden is gearing up for another big meeting on the debt limit tomorrow after a weekend of productive negotiations.
I'm Stephen Portnoy at the White House. On the eve of another meeting here between the president and congressional leaders, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy describes himself as fearful about the state of talks.
They're not going well, there's no progress that I see.
McCarthy tells reporters the staff-level talks merely amount to aides moving ideas back and forth. President Biden has indicated it's still his plan to leave Washington on Wednesday for the G7 summit in Japan.
So far, spending cuts have been a sticking point. A special counsel has wrapped a 4-year investigation on the FBI and says agents dropped the ball when looking into ties between Russia and Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. CBS's Robert McGarry reviewed that report.
He's basically saying that based on information that was not properly vetted, it was then carried out in an improper manner, and he says that some FBI officials might have had a predisposition or at least a tendency to have a bias against the former president.
Lockdowns have been lifted around Farmington, New Mexico, where police are now investigating a mass shooting.
404, looks like we have one patient. We have one subject laying down in the middle of the road.
3 people were killed and 2 officers were hurt in the crossfire. The shooter was also killed by police. In Virginia, CBS's Matt Piper has details on another attack on a congressman's staffers.
Congressman Jerry Connolly says a person armed with a baseball bat attacked members of his staff at his district office in Fairfax, Virginia. The Democrat says the attacker first asked for him, then went after 2 staff members. They're now in the hospital, and the suspect is in police custody. It follows an assault on Democrat Congresswoman Angie Craig at her apartment building in Washington in February.
The USDA is considering a new plan to stop serving chocolate milk at schools to help curb childhood obesity. Right now, it affects about 15 million kids nationwide. But critics say kids are not drinking plain milk and may not get the nutrients they need if chocolate is scrapped. A decision is not expected till next year. Another horse has died at a famous racetrack.
8 horses have now died in recent weeks at Churchill Downs in Louisville, the home of the Kentucky Derby. A 3-year-old colt named Rio Moon was euthanized after he suffered a catastrophic leg injury a few strides after the finishing line of a weekend race.
That's CBS's Jim Krasula reporting. Martha Stewart just landed an epic cover of the 2023 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. At 81 years old, she is now the oldest swimsuit model to be featured on the magazine. Actress Megan Fox and transgender singer Kim Petras also sport covers. They're out on Friday. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.